Hello boys and girls. I hope you had a lovely weekend and I'm sure you had a very special day yesterday. Remember what it was? It was Mother's Day. And I'm sure that you were very, very kind and loving to your mom. We're going to start today singing a song about thunder. Can you hear that thunder? Does that sound like thunder? Well, can you put your hand at your ear like this? I hear thunder. I hear thunder, hark don't you, pitter-patter raindrops, I'm wet through, so are you. And I wanted to sing that song about thunder because today's book is about a storm, and I'm sure there's some thunder in this book. This book is called The Bears in the Bed and the Great Big Storm. I mean, look how big the word big is, so we know that it really is a big storm. Let's see what it's all about. How the wind blew. Can you all blow? I don't think we can blow as hard as this wind though. Look at it out there. Must be autumn. All those leaves are all brown and falling off the trees. It howled in the treetops, so the branches bent and creaked, and the leaves shivered and shook. It blew over the hills and the high places, howling and wailing through the rocky passes. Bear and Mrs. Bear slept warm and snug and untroubled in their bed. Then Bear felt a tugging at his blanket. He opened one eye, and there was Baby Bear. So Bear and Mrs. Bear didn't even hear that noise, but Baby Bear did. There's a monster outside. I can hear it howling and wailing, and I'm scared. Can I sleep in your bed? There's no such thing as monsters, said Bear. What a scaredy bear you are. But he pulled back a cover and Baby Bear snuggled up, warm and safe. How the thunder crashed! It boomed and crackled, so the house shuddered and the windows rattled. It grumbled and rumbled and echoed and faded, only to boom and crash again. Mrs. Bear and Baby Bear slept warm and snug and untroubled in their bed. But Bear lay awake with his paws over his ears. So now Daddy Bear is the one who's awake. Then Bear felt a tapping on his shoulder. There was Little Bear. There's a monster outside. Its tummy is rumbling and grumbling and like it's going to eat me. Oh, can I sleep with you? There's no such thing as monsters, said Bear. You're another scaredy bear. But he lifted the cover and Little Bear snuggled up warm and safe. So now there's Bear, who's Daddy Bear, Mrs. Bear, Baby Bear and Little Bear, the 4 bears in a bed. Oh! How the lightning flashed! It forked and flickered lightning, the scurry clouds and splashing quick, black shadows in the window and the walls. Mrs. Bear and Baby Bear and Little Bear slept warm and snug and untroubled in their bed. But Bear lay awake with his pillow wrapped around his head. Look who's the scaredy bear. You were saying that Little Bear and Baby Bear were scaredy bears, but now look, Daddy Bear's being a bit of a scaredy bear. Then Bear felt a tap on his nose. It was Young Bear. There's a monster outside. It has huge twisted horns and is making shadows on my wall. Can I come and sleep in your bed? There's no such thing as monsters, cried Bear. But he let Young Bear climb into the bed, where he snuggled up warm and safe. So how many bears were there now? Let's count. Daddy Bear, Mommy Bear, who's Mrs. Bear, Baby Bear, Little Bear, and Young Bear. 5 bears in bed. Now, Bear was wide awake. He listened to the wind howling and the thunder crashing. He watched the lightning fork and flash. Young Bear's right, he thought. The shadows on the wall do look like monster horns. And he pulled up the bed covers right over his head. Suddenly, there was a rat-a-tat at the door. Everyone woke at once. Who can that be? Said Bear. Oh, it's probably nothing at all, said Mrs. Bear. Go and see. And she gave Bear a little push. Bear climbed nervously out of bed. He picked up a candle to light his way and padded slowly, ever so slowly to the door. You're all such scaredy bears, he said to the others. There's no such thing as monsters. As he turned the handle, the wind blew the door open. The candle went out and everything was black as black. Then the lightning flashed. Shouted Bear, and he jumped back in fright and dived straight under the bed. It's not a monster. It's a moose, said Moose, stepping through the door. The storm has blown my house away. Can I sleep in yours? So it was a moose after all, and it was his horns that they were seeing. Silly bears. Bear peered out from under the bed. Baby Bear and Little Bear and Young Bear laughed and laughed and laughed. What a scaredy bear you are, they said. Don't you know there's no such thing as monsters? And that's what the daddy bear was telling them the whole time. Hey, that there's no such thing as monsters. And then in the end, he was the one who thought there was a monster. Silly daddy bear. Well, that's our story for today. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you have a lovely, lovely week. Bye, boys and girls.